So if we take this triangle, for example, there are 3 different sides there. 1, 2, 3. Also, polygons have angles. So if we look at the triangle again, there's an angle up top, a little bit of a smaller angle down bottom, and then another angle in the corner. This angle is a special angle. Does anyone remember what it's called? That's right, it's a right angle. So it has an L shape in that corner. We have one other key vocabulary word, parallel lines. Parallel lines are directly beside each other. If they were to go on forever and forever, they would never touch. So some lines that are not parallel, you can see here and here. Alright, so now that we've looked at polygons and some of our vocabulary words, let's look at quadrilaterals. So quadrilaterals really only have 2 major things. One, they're made of straight line segments. So really, they're just polygons. But they're polygons that have 4 sides. This is the key part for quadrilaterals. So our first quadrilateral is a square. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, making it a quadrilateral. Then 2 different sets, right here and right here, of the sides are parallel lines. Also, if we were to take off the sides and put them side by side, they would all be exactly equal. Finally, squares have 4 angles, and every single angle is a right angle, making that L shape in the corner. Another quadrilateral that you've probably seen before is a rectangle. A rectangle, just like squares, they have 4 right angles. They also have 2 sets of parallel lines, right here and right here. But unlike a square, rectangles, if you were to take their sides off, their sides are not all equal to each other. And the next quadrilateral is called a parallelogram. These ones do not have any right angles, none. They do have 2 sets of parallel sides though. And also, if we were to line up these sides, just like the rectangle, they would not be equal. Then we have a rhombus. Rhombuses, just like parallelograms, do not have any right angles, none. They do, just like parallelograms, squares, and rectangles, sets of parallel lines, right here and right here. With all of these sides, if we were to line them up, just like with a square, they would all be the same exact length. And our last quadrilateral for today is called a trapezoid. Now trapezoids can come in many different forms that look kind of different from each other, but they're all still trapezoids. The main thing is that they just have one set of parallel sides. Only one. The other side is not parallel. So let's go ahead and give this a try now. What polygon that is a quadrilateral has 4 right angles and all the sides are equal? That's right, it's a square. Alright, so what if it has 4 right angles, but the sides are not all equal? And that would be a rectangle. Okay, so 2 sets of parallel sides, and the sides are all equal, but they're not all right angles. And that would be a parallelogram. Alright, and what about if there's 2 sets of parallel sides, and the sides are all equal, but they are not all 90-degree angles? And that would be a rhombus. Alright, last one. There's only one set of parallel sides. The sides are not all equal. So remember, one set of parallel sides. And that would be a trapezoid.
Okay, so children, that is all about quadrilaterals. Okay, what if we're going to have equiangular quadrilaterals? Okay, so we're going to have equiangular quadrilaterals, children. Just a moment. We're just gonna stop. Equiangular. A moment, equi. Equi. Rectangular quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals. Just a moment, children. We're going to have another one video about our lesson for today. Quadrilaterals. We only have one. Okay, so one more, children. One more. It should be equiangular quadrilateral. Because equiangular quadrilateral is just very easy. We're just only at the introduction of our lesson, which is the square in the rectangle, who have 4 right angles, 4 side and 4 right angles. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
So I've got my essay written, and I've been working on it for about a week. So now I'm going to show you how I use Grammarly to edit.
There you go. Okay.
Quadrilaterals. Hello kids. Today, let us learn more about quadrilaterals. We know that a polygon with 4 sides is called a quadrilateral. The sum of the measures of 4 angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Let us study different types and properties of quadrilaterals. Firstly, a square. In square PQRS, A. All sides are of equal lengths. That is, PQ is equal to QR is equal to RS is equal to PS. B. PS are right angles. Angle P is equal to angle Q is equal to angle R is equal to angle S, which is equal to 90 degrees. C. Its opposite sides are parallel. That is, PQ is parallel to SR and PS is parallel to QR. Next is a rectangle. In rectangle MNOP, A. Opposite sides are of equal lengths. That is, MN is equal to PO and MP is equal to NO. B. All the angles are right angles. Angle M is equal to angle N is equal to angle O is equal to angle P, which is equal to 90 degrees. C. Its opposite sides are parallel. That is, MN is parallel to PO and MP is parallel to NO. Coming to a parallelogram. Look at the parallelogram TQRS. Here, A.
Okay, so children, we're going just to stop in here just a moment. We're just going to have equiangular quadrilaterals. Okay, so it means all the angle, all the sides are all equal. Okay, so we're just going to have the square in a rectangle. Okay, so we're just going to have the square in the rectangle for now because they are the equiangular quadrilateral. All sides are of equal length. Okay, so what else does a square have? Okay, so just a moment. We're just going to... Okay, so here we go. So we're just going to have the square, children. So all sides are of are of equal lengths. These sides, this one, PQ, we have the P in the Q, they are in the same lengths. Okay, in this one is the same length. Okay, all the angles are right angle. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Four sides are all right angle. How can you say when it is a right angle? When they form letter L. Letter L, that is a right angle. Okay, so we have all the four sides are all right angles. Okay, so next we have opposite sides are parallel. Okay, so parallel with each other. They will not going to meet. This one, they will not going to meet. This one, they will not going to meet. Okay, next we're going to move on with square, children. So we have the square. It's just the same with the... we're going to move on with rectangle. It's just the same with the square. Okay, so for the... Okay, so for the square, we have opposite sides are of equal lengths. Okay, so opposite side, this one, opposite, ngay, just the same. They have the same length. And then this one is of the same length. Okay, the sides. Okay, so next we have opposite sides are of equal lengths. Okay, so here we go. Next we have all the angles are right angle. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. They are all, the four sides are all right angles. Okay, next we have the opposite sides are parallel. This one. Okay, so these two are equiangular, quadrilateral. Only square and rectangle, children. They have four sides. All the sides are all 90 degrees. And they are, the opposite sides are of equal lengths and opposite sides are parallel. Can you understand, children? That is the example. That's the example of equiangular, quadrilateral. Only square and a rectangle. Can you follow, children?
Yes.
The other children, we're just going to have this one too. The square and the rectangle only. Who cannot understand, children? We're just going to have this one. Only two, rectangle and a square. Okay, so could you please open your books? If no one is raising their hands, everybody understand. Okay, so could you please open your book on page 171. Page 171. It says in here, use the right angles created by folding pieces of paper to measure the angles of each quadrilateral. Tick, tick, or put a check if the shape is an equiangular quadrilateral. Okay, so equiangular quadrilateral, all sides are all 90 degrees. Okay, the sides, all the angles, I'm so sorry, all the angles are right angle or 90 degrees. Okay, on this part, we have this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. They are all 90 degrees. Okay, so what are the equiangular quadrilaterals? Square and rectangle only. Okay, you understand, children? Can you follow? Can you follow, children? Yes or no?
Okay.
Okay, on the blank, you put a check. Okay, you put a check if it is equiangular quadrilateral. Those who cannot follow, could you please raise your hand? Those who cannot understand, raise your hands, please. Okay, great. Everybody understand. Okay, just a moment. Are we going to stop sharing this one? Only rectangle and a square is a equiangular quadrilateral. Okay, so just a moment. I will going to share you my screen. We're going to use the PowerPoint again, children. A moment, please. Excuse me. You do number 1, number 2. Activity number 1 and number 2. Can you follow?
Yes.
Okay. There you go, children. Page 171, activity 1 and 2 of your Math 4B book. Oh, I forgot to write.
Finish.
Okay, great job. If you are finished, who are not yet finished? Who are not yet finished? Okay, just a moment. Let me see if I can share to you my screen. I think I have a note. Everybody finished, children?
Yes.
Everybody finished?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so we're going to have number 1. How about number 1, children? How about number 1? Okay, we're going to use this one, my note. Number 1. Is it equiangular quadrilateral or not? We're going to answer now. Is it a check or no?
A tick.
Okay, so for number 1, that is a check, okay? So how about for number 2? How about for number 2? For number 2, that is not an equiangular quadrilateral because not all the sides are all 90 degrees. Okay, how about for number 3?
Not check.
Not check. Okay. For number 4?
Check.
Check. Okay. That is for the activity number 1. Okay, now we're going to move on. Are we okay?
Okay.
Okay. Next, we're going to have children. This is the answer for. Okay, so it means in here for. I'm not going to put a check. Okay, so we only have 1 and 4 had a check. Okay. Next, we're going to move on with activity number 2. Activity 2. That is activity 2. Okay, there you go. Just a moment. So we're going to have number 1 for activity 2. Is it a check? Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just a moment. For 2, this one is for 2. And then we're going to have number 1. Number 2. How about number 2? Uh-oh. It should be A, B, C. Okay. Should be A, B, C. Okay. So we're going to have number 1, A. Is it a check? No.
No.
Number 2, B. Is it a check?
Yes.
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 Okay. So that is a check for B. And then C. Is that a check? No. Next, we're going to move on with number 2. Okay. 2, we have A. Not check. B. No. C. That is a check. Then next, we're going to move on with number 3. We're going to move on with number 3. So we're going to have this one. Okay, number 3, we have A. Is it a check for letter A, children?
No.
Okay, for letter A, we're going to take for the equiangular quadrilateral. Children, if you're going to do that one, that is a square. It's just what do I have to say this one? The style is just not in the right way. Okay, B, C. Okay, next number 4. We have number 4. A, that is no. B, children. Okay,
Yes.
so that is a check. That is a check. Okay, next we're going to move on. C, no. Okay. Are we all okay? Okay, for number 1, A, B. B is the one who gonna have a check. Okay. Did you follow, children?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Okay. Now we're going to, where's my screen? And we're gonna stop sharing. Okay, there you go. Okay. How many did you got, children? Let me see if how many check do we have in here. So 4 plus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Children, in every check we have here 16. That's all 16, children. 16 points. Who got 16 points? Who got 16 points? Sophia? We have, let me see. Those who just... There you go. Just a moment, children. Just a moment. I cannot see. Those who raise their hand, Boom, Sophia, Yim, and Rada. Nia also got 16. Sophia, Yim, Rada, Nia, and Boom got 16. Great job, children. Put your hands down. How about who got 15 points? 15 points. 15. Focus 1. Okay. Focus 1 got 15. Okay. Put your hand down. Focus 1. Next, who got 14? 14. August. Okay. Great job, August. Great job for those who got 16, 15, 14. Okay. How about 13? Who got 13, children? Who got 13? How about who got 12? 12. 11. Who got 11? Who got 10?
Yes.
10. Who got 10? 10 points. 10 คะแนนไม่ใช่ลิคี20ไม่ใช่ลิคี10 Math class number. Who got 10 points? How about who got 9 points? How about the others, children? How about the others? Did you do the activity? Yes or no? Did you do your activity, children? Winning. Focus 2. How many points did you get, children? 9? I got 9. Okay. 9. Okay. How about 8? Okay. Children, put your scores in the chat box. Put your scores in the chat box. I will just check. Okay. Put your scores in the chat box. Put your scores in the chat box. Okay, next, we're going to move on with number 3. I read activity 3, page 172. It says in here, highlight an equiangular quadrilateral in each picture below. Okay, you're going to highlight. Do you have a highlighter, children? Or if you don't have a highlighter, you're just going to highlight the shape by using your pen. Do you understand? Children.
Please.
Okay, next we have here 172. Activity number 3. Activity number 3, highlight an equiangular quadrilateral in each picture below. You highlight the equiangular quadrilateral. Okay, you find square and rectangle in the picture below in highlight. Do you know how to highlight, children? Do you know how to highlight the picture? Highlight. Teacher Boy. Hello, Teacher Boy. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Teacher, how do you say highlight in Thai?
Highlight just highlight เชอร์เด็กๆ highlight ค่ะหนูจะ highlight ใช่ไหมเหมือนเขาไฮไลท์ไว้ว่ามันเป็นคำที่แบบสำคัญเนี้ยค่ะสำคัญประมาณนี้ค่ะลูกเหมือนเราขีดเส้นใต้หรือว่าขีดไฮไลท์ค่ะเราไปสอบเนี่ยเราก็ไฮไลท์ไอ้ที่สำคัญไว้เนี้ยค่ะโอเคไหมคะแล้วปากกาใช่ไหมคะ
Yes.
ประมาณนั้นค่ะเหมือนปากกาไฮไลท์เขาจะไฮไลท์บรรทัดที่มันสำคัญนะคะลูกหนูมีแต่ปากกาไม่มีปากกาไฮไลท์อะค่ะเหมือนที่ชอบถามสิไอ้ที่ชอบทำอะไรอ่ะที่จะให้ไฮไลท์หรอ Teacher, you just ask me about highlight mean in Thai, right?
Yes, teacher, because they have this activity on page 172. We have the activity number 3. They're going to highlight an equiangular quadrilateral in each picture below. Teacher.
เด็กๆหนูขีดเส้นใต้ไว้ก็ได้ค่ะ ถ้าใครไม่มีปากกาไฮไลท์หรืออะไรพวกนี้ค่ะลูก
อ๋อค่ะ
อ๋อเหมือนที่ชอบพูดเหมือนว่ามันจะมีคำสำคัญให้เฉยๆเงี้ยค่ะ ประมาณนี้ค่ะลูกโอเคที่เชอร์
Thank you, teacher. Finish. Finish.
Yes.
Yes. Who are not yet finished? Who's not yet finished? Who is not yet finished, children? Everybody finished? Wait, no one is answering. Okay, great. Let me see. Okay, so if you are finished with that one, we're going to move on with activity number 1. Write the correct answer in each gap. Activity number 1, we're going to have this one. Just a moment. Activity number 1. Page 172. We have activity number 1. Activity number 1. Yeah. Activity 1. Can you see below, children? Activity 1. Activity 1. We have number 1. We have number 1. Each side of picture is, I'm just going to answer the first blank, children. Okay, in each number. Okay. Supposedly you will be the one to answer this one, but I will just going to give you point. I will just going to give you a bonus. Okay. So the first blank is 2. In the next, centimeters long. There are how many right angles in number 1? Figure 1. How many right angles, children? Right angles. Anybody? How many right angles in activity number 1? Figure 1.
Right angles.
4 right angles. Very good. So we got 4 right angles. Oh my goodness. Where is it? Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, just a moment, children. I'm just going to have this one underline. Then after that, we're going to underline this one. And then for the next, we have figure 1 is a square or a rectangle, children?
Square.
A square. Okay. Oh my goodness. Supposedly, that shouldn't be. Just a moment, please. Okay. So that would be a square. My goodness gracious. Let me see if I can. So number, the next is a square. Okay. Children, you do number 2 and number 3. Okay. You do number 2 and number 3. Can you follow?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so I will be the one to answer for the first blank. Okay, what number 2? So I will be the one to answer for the centimeters. Okay, the width of figure 2 is 3 centimeters. Why do I have to underline? My goodness. Okay. Next we have number 3. Okay, so for number 3, each side of figure 3 is 2.7. That's your bonus for the first blank only, children. Since I don't have that zoom to 2. You will be the one to answer for the next blank. Okay, there you go. Next we have. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, here we go. Just ask me if you have any question, children. If you have any question, just ask me, okay? Number 4, we have number 4. We still have number 4. Oh, I forgot number 4. Okay, so for number 4, we have the width of the figure 4 is 10 centimeters. It is hard to read like that. Okay, that is, oh my, 10 centimeters. The height of figure 4 is 4 centimeters. And there are, you're going to answer that one. There are blank, 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 and there's blank, blank, blank. Figure 4 is a blank. Are you okay, children? Can you follow? Can you follow? Hello.
Hello.
Can you follow, children? Can you follow? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, we're going to stop in here. So tomorrow we're going to have this one. The next. Finished? Finished, children? Hello?
Hello.
Are you finished?
Yes.
How about the other? Who are not yet finished, children? Raise your hands, please. Everybody, I think everybody's finished. I cannot open. Okay. So can we answer now, children? Can we answer now?
Okay.
Okay. So for number 1, each side of figure 1 is 2 centimeters long. There are how many right angles? There are 4 right angles, and figure 1 is a square. How about number 2? The width of figure 2 is 3 centimeters long. The height of figure 2 is how many, children? Okay, this one is just a bonus for you. Did I put 2 a while ago? I think so. Okay, and next we have, there are how many? How many right angles, children? How many right angles? For number 2? Oi. Yes. How many right angles for number 2? No one is answering me. How many? Sophia.
4 right angles.
Girl. So there are 4 right angles. Okay, so next we have figure 2 is a square or rectangle. What is the shape of number 2?
A rectangle.
A rectangle, great job. Okay, next one, number 3. We're going to move on with number 3. Each side of figure 3 is 2.7 centimeters long. There are how many right angles? Children? How many right angles?
4.
4. Very good. And number 3 is a square or rectangle?
Rectangle. A square.
It's a square. What are you watching, Sophia? Next, we have number 4. The width of figure 4 is 10 centimeters long. The height of figure 4 is 4. How many right angles in number 4? How many right angles?
4.
4. And next, figure 4 is a
Rectangle.
rectangle. Great job. Okay. How many scores do we have in here? 1 for activity number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. 14 points. 14 points. Let's see. Who got 14 points? Who is this? Is this Kauhom or Rada?
Rada.
Okay, Rada, we have Sophia, Boom, Nia, Rada, Yim. Great job for getting the perfect score. Put your hands down, children. Tonkao, you got 14. Great job. Put your hands down. Lower your hands. Lower your hands. Lower your hands. Lower your hand, Yim. With a polar bear profile picture. Next, who got 13 points? 13 points, children. Focus 1. Who else? 13 points. Okay, put your hands down. Put your hand, Shem also. Okay, lower your hands, children. Lower your hands. Very good. For those who got 14 and 13. Focus 2 also. Okay, great job. Next, we have 12 points. Who got 12 points? 12 points. 11 points. 11. Andy. Focus 3. Great job. Lower your hands, please. Who got 10? 10 points. 10 points. 10 ka rin. 9 points. 9 points. 9 children. 8. 8. 7. 7. 6. 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your scores in the chat box. The others are not participating. I don't know how many points did you got. Okay, so a while ago, those who got lower than 10, Shem got 9, Josh got 9, Irene got 9. That this one is our activity a while ago. Nunglak 9, Yaya 8, Winning 9, Sophia got 16. A while ago, this one a while ago, okay? My say not now. Okay, for now, Yaya got 9, Irene got 13, Sophia got 14 perfect points. Okay, so while waiting for our, didn't you know that I cannot open my slide, okay. So while waiting for the scores, children, we're going to have another lesson, we're going to continue the video that I am sharing a while ago. Okay. While waiting for your scores to be put down in our chat box. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
This
That
one is
is,
a good one.
MN is parallel to PO and MP is parallel to NO.
NO.
Coming to a parallelogram. Look at the parallelogram TQRS. Here, A. Opposite sides are of equal lengths. That is, TQ is equal to SR and TS is equal to QR. B. Opposite angles are of equal measures. That is, angle T is equal to angle R and angle Q is equal to angle S. C. Opposite sides are parallel. That is, TQ is parallel to SR and TS is parallel to QR. Next is trapezium. Let us look at the properties with a given trapezium HIJK. A. Only one pair of the opposite sides is parallel. That is, HI is parallel to KJ. B. The other two non-parallel sides are called slant sides. Here, the slant sides are HK and IJ. C. Here, the measures of slant sides are same. Thus, it is called as an isosceles trapezium. An isosceles trapezium has two pairs of similar angles. Here, angle H and angle I and angle K and angle J are the two pairs of similar angles. Now coming to rhombus. In rhombus EFGH, A. All sides are of equal lengths. That is, EF is equal to FG is equal to EH. B. Opposite angles are of equal measures. That is, angles E and G and angles F and H. C. Opposite sides are parallel. That is, EF is parallel to AG and EH is parallel to FG. Lastly, kite. In kite A, B, C, D, A, two distinct pairs of adjacent sides are of equal lengths. That is, BC is equal to BA and DC is equal to DA. B, one pair of opposite angles is of equal measure. That is, angle A is equal to angle C. Now, carefully look at the figures one by one and identify the type of quadrilateral it is. Shall we start? Figure 1. Yes, it is a kite. Figure 2. What is this? Correct. It is a rhombus. Figure 3. What about this one? Yes, it is a rectangle. Figure 4. This is the simplest of all. It is a square. Figure 5. This is a trapezium. Lastly, figure 6. Yes, you got it right. It is a parallelogram. Wasn't it fun learning about quadrilaterals and their properties?
Okay. So children, those are the properties of quadrilaterals. Okay, so we only got the equiangular quadrilateral, which has all sides are all right angles. Okay, for the others, we did not take those. Okay, so next time, if we're going to move on with another topic, we're going to have the circle. We're not going to have the rhombus or the parallelogram that we are dealing a while ago. We're going to have only the rectangle in the square. Those shapes has 4 equal sides, or all the sides has right angles. Okay, children. And one more thing. Can you please? No. Those who are not yet finished, those who did not send yet the activity in English, please send your activity or your scores in our group in line. I will be waiting, children. Do you understand? Do you
Okay.
understand? Okay. So that's all for today, children. See you again tomorrow for our math subject. Bye-bye, everybody. And happy Chinese New Year again. Goodbye,
See
everybody.
you tomorrow.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, children.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.